Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I know all of you are coming from different religious background. My experience with you, I work with so many people here in the Blue Lotus Temple who came from the different religious background. I didn't have any problem with them at all. So I saw each person as a human being. They come to Blue Lotus Temple looking for some inner peace. So now the Buddhist teaching is 2,600 years old. So this is the 2,600 years after Buddha's enlightenment. So after 2,600 years later, I can see this Buddhist path people see as a main religion in the world, like a major religion in the world. There are so many other religions, and Buddhism also one of them. So now I can see when we come to the Buddhist teaching, Buddhist path, we can see the religious part and also we can see the practical part or the spiritual part. So the religious part Buddha didn't make. So who did this religious part? We all people, different countries, different communities, different ethnic groups, all human beings made the Buddhist religion. Buddha made the Buddhist teachings. So now what's the problem in the world? People see Buddha's teaching as a major religion in the world. We call the Buddhism. Ism always creating the problems. Any ism, it doesn't matter Buddhism or any other isms creating problems. Reason, it has beliefs, something to believe, dogmas and rituals, so on. So my point today, this morning, so when you come to this path, the Buddhist teaching, Buddha's path, it doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, what kind of church you are going to, it doesn't matter for us. We never talk about those things. So one time somebody asked from the Buddha, what's the purpose of the teaching? What's the purpose of your teaching? Then Buddha said, a person who can make happy and peaceful, that's the purpose of the teaching. In this path, we don't see, the converting people. So, did anybody here, when you come to the Blue Lotus Temple, I ever ask you, if you want to practice, you have to become a Buddhist? I never ask. Even now, every year, like 25, 30 people taking precepts, I never ask people, you have to take the precepts. I always telling people, it's up to you. If you want to take it, I am helping you. But the main thing, my main goal always, I want to help you. It doesn't matter what religious background you are coming from. I want to help all the human beings to be happy and peaceful. Very simple. So after you find that happiness and peacefulness, it doesn't matter where you go for me. After you finding happiness and peacefulness, if you say, Bhante, I'm done with the Blue Lotus Temple, I'm leaving, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Yeah, just go and enjoy. Right? Even you said, I don't want to come to Blue Lotus Temple anymore. How wonderful, it's fine. Only thing I want to say, you are doing really well. So that's the purpose of the Buddha's teaching. Now, many couple thousand years later, we have the big conflict with this ism and the whole the Buddhist teachings. So I always explaining to people, this teaching, this practice is not a religion. We don't have anything to do with the religion. This teaching, my analogy is like water. The water doesn't have a shape, right? That's the way we see, right? It doesn't have a shape. When you put the water into the bottle, we call bottle of water, glass of water, cup of water. That's the way we measure the water. So different people came to the Buddha, get this teaching. So just imagine the teachings like water. So somebody came with the bottle, then he or she took that bottle. She thinks Buddha's teaching like this bottle now. Somebody took it a glass, then they think it's like a glass. Now people are fighting many years later, the bottle more than the content. That's the problem. So I think maybe some people already read, what happened in the Nepal, the Buddhist monk, Buddhist nun raped, and so it's a big issue, right? So I can see so many things is not in the Buddhism and the Buddha's teaching. People add so many things. Now the authority says in Nepal, she cannot be a Buddhist nun anymore. That's sad. That's not the Buddha's teaching. That's somebody's their own cultural background. So always we have to be very careful when you come to this path, because it's a very old path. So many junk around. So many junk. So we have to be very careful what is the true teaching. Now somebody sent me an email few days ago, seeing that the news, how bad these Buddhist people. Then right away I Google and check what happened, and then I realized Buddhists are not bad. The people always bad. Right? So then I explained to him, according to the monastic code, what Buddha said about those kind of situations. I explained to him the long email. Even you can see it on the Facebook. It's there. And then he realized this is not the Buddhist teachings. Whatever they are doing in the Nepal, that's not Buddhist teaching. That's their own things they are following. So again, why you are coming to this path? To find happiness and peacefulness. So that's enough for that background. Right? So now next question for you now, the totally different one. I know always, even when you come to this peaceful experience, peaceful Buddhist teachings and all those things, so on, you feel stressed out. Sometimes I am thinking, I don't know the meaning of the word of stress. Can you please explain to me what is stress? How do you define that word, stress? You say always, now I am using that word too, but even I don't know the meaning. What is that, stress?
I think it's something that is created in our mind.
Okay, good one. I like that. Creating something in your mind. Can you give me examples for sight?
Well, I get stressed out when I get too busy. I have too many things to do and not enough time.
Okay.
That's what stresses me out.
Right. Anything anybody wants to explain? Worrying.
About money, the economy.
Okay, worrying.
And maybe like how we handle it.
Right. That's stress.
What we do with it. Yeah.
Sarah?
I think it's a mixture of different emotions. I think it's more of a mixture of fear, anger, and
Good. Anything else?
worry and
Stress?
anxiety.
When I think of stress, it's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
The more overwhelmed I get, the more stress I have.
Mm-hmm.
And as I cut that back, the stress level goes down.
It's just my inability to control things.
So, anything else? Stress?
There's a large physical
Sorry,
There's
I
a large physical component to
Okay.
it. Muscle tension, heart rate, blood pressure.
Okay, good.
I think anticipation, stressing us out.
Anything?
I think like the Buddha said, where the root of all suffering is desire, so when you have an impediment to your desire, that's what stress is, causing you to suffer.
Now we can see the two areas when you talk about the stress, what I got listening to you. One is physical, one is mental, right? So physical stress, being having a physical body, and also the mental stress, all the stories we are creating inside us. So now let's think about, as you said, we get stressed because of worry. One reason, we are worrying. Other one, we cannot control, right? And what else?
Fear.
Fear. deadline. Okay. Okay.
Non-acceptance of what's going on right now.
So think about all those reasons creating so many tension and stress inside us. So how we are going to deal with this? How we are going to deal with this? Now I know you are practicing meditation. You have to teach me today. We are practicing meditation. As a meditation practitioner, so far, how do you work on it to overcome stress? Then I will tell you how I do that.
When I get tensed up or stressed or worried about something, the thing that always helps, thanks to this practice, is just taking a moment and breathing and kind of a split second of meditation where you come back to the mindfulness and realize that it's going to be over soon one way or the other, and just to let it go.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to work on the stress. Always we have to understand, that's the thing I'm doing too, always I'm understanding, things will change. Things will change. So right after you clinging to that feeling or the story and difficulty, that means we are creating more stress. As Mike said, right after you realize things are changing, as you said, we have to accept, then our mental attitude will change. Then we are looking at the whole situation in a different manner. So, like 2 days ago, somebody called from Sri Lanka, and I'm doing all these different things here and Sri Lanka and all over the place. So I was kind of upset myself, like even 5 minutes, just 5 minutes though. Right? I'm so happy. I was upset 5 minutes, and I can say 5 minutes. Maybe little bit less or more. And so then I was thinking, oh my God, what I'm going to do. Now I cannot do anything from here. Kind of like that. I was sit down. I was thinking, right? Then I realized this is not the end of the world. So what I'm doing now, I'm creating my own demon in front of me, and I'm feeding. Oh, sit down here. I do more. I eat more. Sitting here and thinking, I was feeding more that feeling. Then I realized it's getting bigger and bigger and larger. Right after my mindfulness came to my life, then I realized, no, I'm feeding it. I had to stop this. So that realization helped me to overcome that difficulty within 5 minutes. So if you feel something difficult, worry, anxieties, and controlling or whatever difficulties you have, always you have to recognize that difficulty first. Right after you recognize it, you are giving new face to it. So think about somebody is doing something wrong, maybe a kid or something like that. Right after mother or father see that, they are kind of control themselves. The same thing with this mind. We had to play a little bit game. So we had to recognize it right away. It makes sense?
Yeah.
So any other ideas about stress?
For me personally, I have to prioritize and set goals, and once I get that feeling of accomplishment, that stress goes away.
Right. That's good. That's another way to do.
Well, I like your story, Bhante, that you told months ago about when you were in the airport and how you handled the stress. Do you remember that one?
Can you tell me? Because I have so many airport stories.
This is the one where you had your ticket, and you looked up and you were watching the flights, and when you're in, what gauge your flight?
Oh yeah. Yeah, always, 3 times they change B to C, C to B, right? All the gate changes. I'm, in the O'Hare airport, it's back and forth. I was walking back and forth like 3 times. I was so stressed out. So then finally I realized, I cannot control. Then I went to the attendant, the lady who is working. Then I asked, what's wrong with this place? They keep changing. Then she said, sir, I cannot do anything. Whatever I see in the screen, the same thing, I can do. Then I realized, if she cannot do anything, she's working in the airport, what I'm going to do? Right? Right after I am accepting that, I was kind of, okay with that. Then I realized, oh my God, today I didn't do exercises. This is the time for me to do my exercise. Then I realized I'm walking back and forth 3 times. I did a really good exercise. Only thing I don't like my luggage. I have to carry my luggage always. The good thing in our life, we have to put a simple face to that difficulty. Then we can get it something really good out of that. I have so many stories. Any other question regarding stress?
That's a great lesson. Like the next time I'm in an airport and I get stressed out, it's like, hey, it gets to Bhante too.
Right. Always.
That's the next CD, Flying with Bhante. What I like about that story is that what you did was so practical. In other words, you had a desire and a want to get on that airplane, but there was a block for that. You couldn't do that. So you, instead of suffering, though, you just changed what you wanted to do in your desire and say, well, I'm going to get some exercise instead.
Right,
so
right, exactly. Yeah, then I spend my time doing so many other good things. I was writing, I was reading, and I used my time. So if you stress out and let that feeling to kill yourself, you lose everything. You lose everything. Now people are complaining about work, oh, I have so much work and I'm stressed out because of my work. Then I ask people, still do you do your work? Every day? Yes. I have to do it. That's my living. Then I'm asking them, why do you want find anything to do it happily? Anyway, you are doing it, do it happily. Find a way to do it happily. Then you can enjoy it. So, sometimes people think, Bhante Sujata, the Buddhist monk, his life is much easier than our lives. Not at all the same. Same. I have to travel, I have to do the groceries, I have to clean the house, I have to take care of my kids, I have kids in my monks and all, and all those things. I have exact the same thing. But where I'm taking them is different. Still I get stressed out, but my mindfulness helped me so much to live in the present moment and enjoy. Always I am thinking, just do it. Just do it.
In one of my favorite books, by John Kabat-Zinn, what he does when he goes and cleans the stove, he puts on his music by Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy, that song. Have you ever heard that song?
Yes.
That helps him to clean the stove.
So, think about, your life is wonderful. This human opportunity is a wonderful thing, and we don't have that much time remain. So enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Do all your work. If you don't have any work to do, how stressed we all are, right? Now you have some work to do, right? Then you will say, oh, life is so boring. Sometimes when you don't have stress, people say, I don't have anything to think. Then people are looking for some stress. Now you have some stress, enjoy it. Enjoy it and make yourself wonderful and learn something from the stress. That's the best way we can do. Sometimes I feel all the stress, whatever I go through in my life, always helping me to learn something about wonderful in my life. Every experience. Finally, I get the good result. I never try to push it out. I will sit down and think about it, and always I try to make something from the negative experience, something positive to my life. So when you have stress, you have to think, oh, it is wonderful. Then you have to think, how I'm going to make something good out of this experience. Yeah. Even, there is making fun in Sri Lanka, my brother monks. Even I get a demon into my life, I know how to get some from the demon. Always they are making fun with that. I know how to put people into work and things. So always if I experience something negative, I always making something good out of it. So for that, we have to have a little bit more mindfulness. So, any stories? Any other questions?
I'm glad you brought that up. I was already stressing today about going to O'Hare at 5:30 in the morning. you know, and I'm going, if there's a storm, I won't make a connection, and I'm not lose my luggage, and I don't like driving there, and I hope I can find the parking lot, and I was making a big monster out of it already.
Right. So now Monday, I had to leave like 3:30 in the morning to O'Hare. So, so I was thinking, okay, anyway, I'm going to the airport and I do my trips and, you know, always take it like a simple step. You know, we are the one making the story. That's why I said we are the one making the demon. Right? And same time, you know, the Bhante Sumana is leaving and Samita is leaving and his father is ill and, you know, the going so many things. Then same time I had to travel, I had to organize all my teachings here, and Bhikkhuni and son is just available here. That's good. And I can stress out easily because of so many things in my plate. But I am thinking it's okay, one at the time. Just enjoy it.
I remember when we were going to a retreat, we were driving together, and there was a car accident that happened. We were trying to get to the retreat before everyone else did, but then we were just stuck in traffic for like an hour, and we were talking about, it is what it is. That's what we think.
Right.
What to do.
What to do.
Right,
exactly. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.